We are Legion.
We are all.
We are one.
We are
Watching. Florida Illuminati.
Is this camera right here? Okay, hey folks, how you doing? Wow, nice to see you. It's me again. I'm back. It's Greg. I'm doing my thing, my blockchain stuff. This is always at my side is my lovely bride from another mountainside. It's Padme1138, as you well know her. How's it going, man?
Made it weird. Good job.
Anytime I put the bride thing in there, I don't understand why you get creeped out by that.
It just sounds, you just make it weird.
I don't say it like Emperor Palpatine anymore. My bride. My bride. Can you imagine getting Emperor Palpatine getting married?
No.
Well, how did he have that kid then? Because he had a son, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did he have a son? Was he a clone?
I think he's a clone.
Oh, okay. So he's a son.
Yeah. So he could be just a, test tube baby.
Yeah. A successful Snoke.
Perhaps Palpatine doesn't fuck. I don't know.
I feel like he would. Sheev, I gotta think Sheev's got a couple of lines. I gotta think. And then the dark force wielding. Good morning, Darth Ender. How are you? You must be in a similar time zone. Our friend Jace,
Yeah,
it's
he's
the
over
depths.
in Tampa area.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, that's good then. Well, here we go. We're getting into it now. In the world of tarot cards, the 13 Slays is kind of the main thing I'm doing right now. It's got the NFT redemptions, which is kind of fun. So they've got there's a Pandora pack and there's a motion variant, and you can get the NFTs in there. And so I just sent in for a redemption. This is the third week. So I'll get two. I sent in two of the redemption things. So I'll get two of the packs that I can open, and I may get a motion variant because apparently Previn's new thing is to do things with odds and have rare variants and stuff like that, which really, really tempts me to get spending on some wax. He just dropped this week a new Terror Kiss, which is a series that's kind of a tangential series to tarot cards, which just has basically like a little lip print and a picture from one of the various young ladies that's in all these terrifying horror features that we thrill to on Amazon Prime because they're not good. If they were on Blockbuster, they'd have some really great looking cover art and not much inside. So the Terror Kiss is really nice. He's got variants in those as well, which is like, I went in and I saw the packs had come out because I follow him on Twitter. You should. And so I went out and got it, and somebody had already bought like 2 packs, I guess, but they hadn't opened them. So that was silly on their part. I got mine, opened it immediately, and got the number 1 on it, but I didn't get the motion variant. The motion variant, I think, is like I want to say around 15% odds. And I think it was 20 wax a pack, I want to say. I don't want to spend a lot of wax trying to pull that motion variant, especially after I just pulled the number 1. I got the number 1, I'm good. And I've got a bunch of the other ones. I've got the number 1s as well. I really like collecting those. So it's fun. And I see people collecting and trading the 13 Slays, the scene cards. I see people trading around and finishing sets on that because I get trades in Atomic, Atomic Market all the time for that, which is wild. They need to have better notifications on Atomic Market so you know when you got a trade, because that's really a very fun and viable way to do a lot of collecting in the blockchain. Which, what happened? You didn't even realize that we were already merging into the blockchain section of the program, folks. We were talking last week about how they did the snapshot for the Funko Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's the first one where we're moving actually into the physical redemption phase now. So during this 30 days, they already got their tokens off of the snapshot, and now people are either redeeming those or a lot of people overseas are selling those off to get wax back out, and because they just don't want to pay for the shipping because they're cheap, so it's difficult for them, and they don't want to do it. So one sad thing that happened we didn't become aware of until this week was some poor bastard got his tokens in his wallet from the snapshot and then burned the tokens. That's not how you get your redemption. You can burn any NFT that you have, anything that you own in your collection on the blockchain. You can burn it if you want to. Like there's no way. You just removes it from the blockchain. It's gone forever. It ceases to exist. It is no longer in existence. I wish they had that in our card apps. I know there's a lot of cards I wish we could burn. They did have merges and melds and shit like that, but they don't really have a burn where you can just go, fuck this card and burn it. Yeah, the guy that burned that, he burned one of every token except for the Bebop. I don't know if he had the Bebop and didn't burn it, or just didn't have one and didn't burn it. But in any case, he burned a Grail, and he burned, I think, the other two. There was two of the other legendaries, and he didn't burn a Bebop. So it's a lot of money. They just literally just woof, lit on fire. And again, there's no takebacks on the blockchain. If you fuck up like that, wow, just don't tell anybody. Just go away. Don't tell anybody. On a daily basis, I'm still seeing people showing up with that old token that want the exchange that was like 2 years ago. It just continues nonstop. So it's crazy how people fuck up and then they got to tell everybody how they did it. So the Million on Mars thing that I've been talking about that I got in with Vintage Kenwood is really gearing up now. The thing's going live, and there's passes going. All the founder token people got a bunch of passes which you can either give to your friends. I sent one to Aja Marie to get her, see if she wants to play, and or you can just sell them, and people are selling those. And they had the first land drop to all the founders. They basically gave us land boxes to open, which had odds, and you could get uncommon or rare, common or legendary lands. Some legendary lands sold for a lot of money. Legendary land deeds. The most expensive items that have sold for this one so far. It was a legendary land deed which sold for 5,000 wax, which is a lot, especially at the time. That was probably about $2,500. And right now that's about $2,500. And an epic land deed went for 3,000 wax, which is quite a lot, quite a bit. Then a legendary CAD. Somebody had a legendary CAD, which is it's a poop factory. It basically turns poop and Mars soil into soil that you can use on your farm to grow crops, and it's a whole fucking economy game. But somebody had number one of that, and they sold it for 555 wax, which seems really cheap to me. So it'll be interesting to see how much their regrets are in this game. It's a play to earn game, and you're actually doing stuff in this game to earn an actual token that you can take to exchanges and use to buy other coins. So conceivably with this game right now, I have say 278 dusk, which is not much, but at some point I'm able to take that and exchange it for wax, and depending on the exchange rate, maybe a pretty good bit. Then you can also, there's stuff that they're dropping. The founders get, I think they get a weekly drop of equipment. I think it's equipment or something like that, or it's one of the loot boxes that you get every week for like a year. And those are already going for like 20 something wax. So throughout the year, just if the thing gears up and the price on those goes up or stays steady, you're just going to generate your wax back. So it's kind of a fun thing to do. I've spent a couple of minutes on a day to go in and get my poop factory going, charge up everything, take my power cells and get those into the solar thing and charging. There's people that devote an incredible amount of time and effort and attention to parsing out every little bit of the formula on this stuff so they can maximize their earnings. And literally they're generating huge amounts of tokens. I don't think I can ever devote enough attention to that, but it does seem like I'll be able to at least get my money back out of it, plus some profit and something to do along the way. So it's fun. It doesn't hurt anything. Why not? It's definitely it's pushed me into learning more about the coins and how those operate. So I actually had to add a custom coin token on my Wax wallet, and then I had to open up a MetaMask wallet and all this other stuff. Dan Siegel was telling me about this thing he did not too long ago. He's been doing all the crazy shit. He's out in the Ethereum blockchain now, where all the really crazy expensive shit is. And remember that Bud can thing that he bought? He told me he bought like some Budweiser can.
No, he got a dot.
He bought a dot.
There was something with a dot?
He bought a dot this week for like, I think he bought it for about $400, and then he sold it for like $1,600 or something. Well, I guess the dot now is going for like $4,000. For a dot. Yeah, there's stuff that just doesn't make any sense. I don't understand what's going on. And in this space, there's a lot of it that's just like, I don't know, I'm kind of risk averse, despite the fact that I'm fucking around in the space where most people just aren't even at yet. But I'm very risk averse, and I don't understand some of the stuff that's going. He told me about something that he bought. He bought it for this, and then he sold it for this big amount. But then these gas fees, I guess, on the Ethereum, that just to move stuff around to do an exchange, they take such a huge bite of percentages on this stuff that it just whittles you down to almost nothing. We're barely like broke even on the deal. So it's weird and wild. I really like Wax that they don't have a lot of that, but I'll definitely be learning more about coins and moving coins around. One of the other things that came out this week, which was even more of a tenuous, who knows what the fuck this is than the millions on Mars, was this thing that dropped this week called Recur. What Recur is, who knows? We really don't know. It's looking like it's going to be a lot like Vive. It's from some of the same developers. It has some linkages and things like that to Vive, which has been tremendously popular and is doing fantastic and is generating huge amounts of revenue every time they do a drop. Their shit is selling out like that. Dan Siegel was telling me somebody was telling me, it may have been Denali actually, because he's way into this stuff, that there's somewhere around 350,000 users of the Vive platform. Which when we talk about the heyday of Star Wars Card Trader, we were talking about what, 50 to 80,000 probably at its peak. So there's a big difference there, and the way they're able to get so much money in such small increments. They definitely understand. They definitely understand the concept of getting $1 from a million people rather than $1 million from one guy. They're doing a really good job over there. So hopefully that's what's going to happen with this Recur thing. What they were offering this week was a 24-hour sale for $300 American. You would receive a Recur pass. The Recur pass goes to your newly created Recur wallet. It remains to be seen which crypto blockchain this thing's going to be on, but we'll see. It'll probably be on the same one as Vive is. If anybody in our feed over there has any information, they can definitely fill us in on the on the Twitch feed right now. So if you have any information on that. But they sold 50,000 of these things, plus they said they had sold 50,000 or more about an hour before the end of the deadline, because it was a 24-hour sale. So they did a pretty good sale. What this pass gets you is access. It gets you guaranteed access to drops for the first year of this app. So basically, if you were in Vive earlier, which literally just launched earlier this year, if you were had one of these passes for Vive, right now you would be sitting pretty, because every one of those Disney things you would have had a shot at, every comic that's coming out, all these other things, you're first in line for this stuff. It's interesting to see, number one, what the product actually is, because right now all they're calling it is NFT experiences, which is a super fabulously tenuous, no explanation what the things are actually going to be. Are they going to be cards or statues or what? They do have a couple of intellectual properties which are enough to say, okay, there's something here, because they're tied in with Viacom Paramount. So you're going to see Star Trek stuff. The Godfather was listed there. So that's kind of an odd one.
It'll just be Godfather 3.
Huh? Because that's the best one. That's the one they just had a new release, the newest release on too, because they had the new cut. Oh,
Exactly.
man, that was so that would suck. They have like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Real Monsters, Rugrats. That's stuff that may be coming around again as a nostalgia brand. I don't know. They also have college football stuff in there as well. So they were showing, the Gators and stuff like that. So they're tied in with a previously existing digital thing of some kind that has had college stuff. So they've got all the things going on. Hey, Hoa! Sasha's dad is with us today.
What?
Yeah, that is a rare sight. That's like a cardinal in the winter or something. I don't know. I don't know anything about birds or Sasha's dad. Anyways, so they did a lot of those things. They did 50,000 of those. They're going to off of that, they're going to mint an additional 10%. Those are going to be used for giveaways, influencers. OJ Simpson gets one. Bill Cosby gets one. I don't know. All the worst people get one of those, and we all have to pay $300 for the thing. So I'm interested to see what that ends up turning out to be. Other big news in wax this week was the Amazon made some kind of an investment. It was like $1.1 billion in some kind of outfit that they do fractional collectibles. And what that is they actually sell, like they'll buy and hold an Action Comics #1, which is worth X amount of dollars. And then they will sell shares in that physical actual item to people that can't afford to own it. So they can say, I own a piece of this. Now, if the value of it goes up, then the value of their piece of that goes up. And if there's ever an eventual sale, it cashes out for them in some way. So that's a really weird thing that's going on. So this will also go into the blockchain. And apparently the company that does this also does stuff on the Wax blockchain, and that's why people got very excited. Wax put out a press release that made it sound like Amazon just bought fucking Wax or something, which was not the case because it mooned up like a motherfucker. Seriously, it went up from like probably 45 to about 75 in seconds, and then everybody took a closer look at the press release and some other tangential press releases and realized it wasn't that at all. Everybody settled the fuck down. So it definitely bolstered Wax, which is holding around 60 something currently, which it was sub 50 last week for a bit. So it's nice that it helped it, but it didn't deserve to go like that. Everybody was like, oh shit, it's going to be $10 tomorrow. Oh my God, buy. And it didn't happen like that. So I don't have any news of any big drops coming soon, but everybody's waiting right now. We're just in holding pattern on Hot Wheels. They just released the Pulse just released the regular version of the Power Ranger that they did an NFT version, the black and gold version. And they just offered that one. It's $169 they're selling that one for. So it'd be interesting to see if it'll be possible to tell how many of those they make and sell, and then how that stacks up, and if it does, it help the market for the black and gold, which is the one that I'll be receiving next year in a big box. Hopefully a big box. If it comes in, it's like this big, I'm going to be really mad. It's like those mummies, those disappointing mummies.
Oh gosh.
So I don't want that. Don't mail me a disappointing mummy. So that's pretty much it for the blockchain. We'll keep you posted if we see anything more exciting going on out there. The digital card apps are getting so weird with Slam shutting down. Everybody's gotten really kind of wincy about that. It feels like, especially Slam's just in that fire sale, shut it down. Oh my God, it's over kind of state. Are you doing anything in Disney? Or I don't think I even looked at Marvel Collect this week.
Still doing that daily thing in Disney just because I like opening the packs and seeing their base. And Marvel, I just got the editor's thing of the week, free card thing.
No, I even
Karnak.
I forget to even get those because I just don't even check the thing.
Yeah.
It's bad. I just haven't looked at any of the digital card apps. I deleted Neon Mob off my phone the other day. Yeah, I had to shut off notifications on the thing And I'm just like, God damn, I'm just sick of looking at this thing. I never look at it. It's taken up. I just took it off. I get the most terrible trades. I still get emails from them because it started out as a web platform only.
Mm-hmm.
And so I still get an email that shows me I got trades, and it's always really old, limited stuff for new hot trash. And I'm just like, man, fuck that fucking app. And there's people have been, kind of assholes in that app to me too. So I just said, fuck it. I'm done with that one. So what's going on in Star Wars? Star Wars, hey, speaking of deleting apps, I did actually briefly delete the Star Wars Card Trader app from my phone this week. As I moved my alt over to my main because I sold the remnants of my account to Jen Clark Ruier.
And told me after you did it.
Yep. You had time. Everybody had time.
You did?
Everybody had time.
Yeah,
There's
okay.
months and months sitting around.
You didn't
just
tell
nothing
me you were
there
doing
going.
it.
Yeah, it was time. It was time. So I just felt like it was time to just get it done and be done with it. So, but it was really nice, very easy. Jen was great and took a little time to take a good look at everything and gave me a solid price for what I had left. She knew very well that I had sold off a lot of value over term, the last few months and stuff like that. But I still had enough there that she thought there was some value, so it was nice. And I saw some of my stuff already get listed and selling, and people waving big hauls around the stuff they bought on eBay.
Oh, wow.
It was kind of funny. It's just kind of like, really? Okay, good job. So you bought it, and that's great. But so that was it. That was my farewell to Ted. So if you're sending me Hoard trades, you're sending them into a vortex at this point. I don't have the app that account on my phone anymore. It belongs to Jen now, and but I'm still at Frank Schist, and you can find me easily Frank Schist, and you can hoard the fuck out of me over there if I have anything. So there you go. So the meditation chamber, wow, it's at 80.
Mm-hmm.
Have we had any inklings or any news or any
I
word
don't know.
or rumors about what?
I'm still just pissed off that there were still Huxes over there that I didn't get. So.
Probably thousands.
Yeah.
Probably thousands.
Asshole.
You could probably send Hoard trades. Jen would probably accept them when she looks in there. She's got to look in there from time to time.
She's got like 500 million things.
I'm very sure. I feel like probably Mitch is the one that probably has to do that. I feel like she probably deals with the money and the listings, and he probably deals with the sending the trades and stuff like that. There's probably a division of labor there between them. So if you sent Hoard trades, it may just sit. Who knows? I don't know. Who's to say? So this week was fucked up on all the apps because of the Amazon thing. That was wild, right?
Yep.
Everything was down for more than 24 hours?
Not quite.
Not
Actually, a lot of things came back up after some hours, but for some reason, the Tops app were some of the last things that came up, probably just because the Tops people were just like, oh, do we plug it back in? And, just...
Either that or they had a Groupon for their web servers. Yeah. They had a Groupon so they don't get any kind of priority service or anything like that. If you got the Groupon rate, you don't. Yeah, when we have an outage, you're last. Get in line.
Yeah, so I feel like the top stuff was probably the last stuff to come back online.
The first stuff to come back up, Amazon.
Yeah.
For sure. Get my shit up first.
Yeah. It was disturbing, especially because it was just like not a lot of anything. Surprise.
Well, it was funny too because it was still sending notifications.
Yeah. It was still sending dumbass notifications out. And Tops guys, they probably had no idea.
No, they're like, yep, everything's
because they don't pay
well-oiled
attention to
machine.
anything.
Well-oiled machine.
They're so hapless. It's just not good.
Ms. Rebecca, is this going to become the NFT Hoardcast? It's already kind of half and half, to be honest. I mean, we merged into a hybrid model quite a ways back, I feel like. That was a question in the feed there. But yeah, that was all fucked up. I don't know. Everybody had nothing to do there, I guess, for 24 hours. So they went to Reddit and posted dumb stuff.
Which, oh no, it means they didn't release that much stuff this week. It makes it so different from not any other week. It's just the same.
Yeah.
It was basically the same.
Well,
Same.
hey, I wish I knew the future like Muad'Dib, and I knew who the character of the month was going to be.
It's Boba Fett.
Did you take the spice melange?
Yes, it's Boba
Good
Fett.
for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
He survived the Sarlacc. Yep. So yeah, the week it was very lackluster. Surprise. That daily Boba set thing is still going on, which just looks like bad tags or something.
He said bad band
Yeah,
logos.
it looks like bad band logos or like bad tagging done
Yeah,
somewhere.
like
in
Slayer,
graffiti.
you know, it's all you write those on your notebook. Yeah.
So lame.
Fucking
So
rad.
lame.
Rad fucking shit.
And of course, you know, they got to do variants on it. It's just like, why, man? Come on. Whatever. And then I guess the biggest thing they did this week was a Mando series season 2 character subset, which I think that was Sunday. I don't know. Saturday and Sunday kind of blended together because I don't think anything happened on Saturday. But it's just like
In
kind
our
of a
lives
little
either.
thing. And you know, it seems like something they could have gilded the fuck out of because there was an Ahsoka in there and a Grogu and Mando and Bo-Katan. They could have, really sold the fuck out of that, but they didn't gild them, so it was kind of weird. But it's kind of a cute little easy thing. And then they did the Digital Galaxy thing, as they always do now on Sundays, and it was Forlom. So yeah.
Oh, okay. I see those band logos. Oof. Yeah, those are rough.
They're
man.
so bad. They're so bad. I feel like if Boba Fett saw those, he'd punch you
I
in
know
the head.
exactly what these are. These look like they should be on Band-Aids.
They probably are on Band-Aids.
That's what it looks like. They
probably are on Band-Aids. But seriously, if Boba Fett saw you with that shit, he would punch you in the head. He'd be like, "What the fuck is this?" And punch you.
Nice shirt.
No, he would not.
Nice shirt.
And then he'd punch you.
And then he'd punch you.
He would seriously
Nice
punch
shirt.
you. He'd knock you out.
I do live.
He would knock you out.
I do live now.
And here's how you know I'm punching you.
One of them says Boba lives.
God, so lame. Boba Fett would punch you.
Oh God, I'm looking back at on them all of them now. Ooh.
Oh, they're bad.
Wow.
They're bad. They're not good.
Okay.
They're not good.
All right.
Yep. And then they still fractured 2021, still going on. They're still storming up to fracture. Still storm stuff, so they fractured.
I didn't get my thing.
Yeah, he forgot to do little stuff. So
I was trying to read
there.
back. I was almost interested in the app for a second because I realized that Dermot Power did that Forlong from that Digital Galaxy.
Yeah,
the guy's a fucking amazing artist. Have you ever seen some of his stuff?
Yeah.
Holy shit, great artist.
But he's not fractured. Rogue One got fractured. Yeah.
I didn't put the plate thing together. It's too much
didn't.
effort. I'd have to cut sheets of foam core or something.
And then
no fucking way, man.
They did a Bad Batch living poster set because that's what we want more of in the app right now is more Bad Batch stuff.
So those dumb posters were like the hand goes up and pew 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 and
you know what? I pulled a few.
You didn't get any?
I pulled some, but I need to fucking look at them.
Wow. I bet you anything. It's usually living posters is like, IG-11's arm goes ding, and then 4 shots come out, and then it goes down, and then something goes spiraling over here. Yeah, they're crazy. Those are pretty wild. They're very Monty Python-esque. They remind me of like the Monty Python opening, that kind of animation.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they're doing that.
Yeah, they cut out pieces and move them around.
I didn't even pay attention to them. I have a couple. I don't think I had enough for the set. But
great.
I only opened
collecting hard on those, having a good time.
Because they threw another tier 6 variant in there. It's the snow. So you got snow in the toilet bowl.
So stupid.
So I had to get some I could
here's how you fucked up, and I'll tell
huxes.
Here's how y'all fucked up, and I'll tell you all about it. If you'd had the thing activate when you shook your phone, shake your phone and it's like a snow globe, that would have been amazing. You could have made little fucking snow globes. and you have to shake your phone to make the snow go around. It would have been fucking genius, but y'all are idiots, Tops. Maybe next year. I think I said, I was like, if they don't go and I shake my phone, it's garbage. I don't want it. Missed it.
But that was all the set stuff.
Wow. Well, that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning.
That's all they did.
Well, they're coming soon, but oh my gosh.
They teased the fact that there's going to be a Rogue One watch party because it's like the anniversary of Rogue One this year.
Happy anniversary, baby.
And
got you on my mind.
But dumbasses scheduled the shit for Thursday evening at 7 p.m. Thursday, September 16th.
That's when Spider-Man comes out. We'll be at the movie theater watching Spider-Man whip his way through. Yeah,
everybody's going to be going to see Spider-Man at that point. You know? Actually, we're probably going to be coming out of the theater because we got an early showing.
We can rush home. We can rush home.
We're not going to rush home for this watch party nonsense.
Rush home. I don't know when you want to eat dinner.
We'll be too busy going, what the heck happened to this Spider-Man?
I don't want to even eat dinner.
We'll be like going, for like 3 hours after it. So, yeah, that's just kind of stupid. It's like, you know, almost like, do they not know that, like, the MCU exists? They should. They're dumb.
They're not part of it.
They're dumb. Yeah. So that's going on. And then somewhere, which I don't know where because I didn't see a newsletter come out and I don't pay attention to their social media just because they're lame.
I unfollowed them.
And, but somebody shared that, I think it was Call Me Nemo, that there's a Stellar set coming next Friday. And I saw in the Discord, everybody was like debating, is it 2021? Is it 2020? Who the fuck knows?
Is it the physical set that's coming or it's the port that's coming?
It's like a port.
It's probably the most recent, whatever.
But the most recent one hasn't come out.
Yeah, well then it would be the 2020.
It's probably 2020, or it's a digital card app. It could be a mix match of both of them.
Or nothing at all.
Who knows? Yeah. Who knows?
They'll take
I'm sure they're going to jack it
2016
up
base, reframe them, and call them a new insert set.
You put like 7 different variant colors that don't even exist in real life or something like that. It's just going to,
No, make them look exactly like 2016 base cards in every way. But have them.
2016 was good base.
Yeah. S3, that's what I'm talking.
Yeah, S3 was good base.
Just put out S3 and tell everybody their inserts. These fucking new idiots wouldn't know the difference. They were great fucking base. They really look good.
But yeah, so who knows what the deal with that is.
Trying to get red Padme. Oh, Padme. They can't put Padme because it's got Padbox.
Padbox.
Wow, that's deep. That's reaching deep. Way deep. Well, I'll be interested to see what that is. It's been, man, I mean, I don't even care if they do a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 at this point. Should I?
I don't know. Ask all that abandoned hug space.
Yeah, you have enough Huck space.
No, I don't.
You have enough. You have enough for like two monuments at least, don't you?
I don't have enough.
Probably more.
I don't have them left.
How many? I have a question. How many Huck space do you have?
I don't know.
We're always going to talk about tops. Ms. Rebecca, I am never going to get tired of fucking raking on tops. Believe you me. They'll always fucking stick their ass out for me to kick. It's going to be great. Don't worry. They'll never stop fucking up and I'll never stop pointing it out. She's looking that up right now. Let's see. I'll read back through because there were some other things too. Sasha's dad actually says,
I only have 89,000 of S1 hugs.
89,000 and you're going to bitch about a couple thousand you didn't get from me? Come on.
Yes, I am.
Come on.
You know me.
Come on. Okay, so Sasha's dad was mentioning that they changed the name of Boba Fett's ship. He just learned this apparently now. Apparently it's going to be called the Fire Spray, which is the type of ship it is. Just like the Razor Crest is the type of ship. The Mandalorian doesn't even fucking care. He doesn't give he doesn't get in his cutlass and call it anything but a fucking cutlass. It's not old Jezebel or any of that bullshit. So apparently Boba Fett's the same way. It's just a fire spray. And so, yeah, they retcon Slave One out of there. I get that. It's upsetting maybe to some old school folks, but whatever. Slavery's bad. So
I only have 27,000 of Wave 2 houses. So
that's
see?
pathetic. That's pathetic.
See?
Yeah, it's all my fault.
Yeah, it's
all
your
my
fault.
You
It's
only
your
be able to
fault.
get what, five monuments of the Wave 2.
No.
That's pathetic. I have no remorse about any of that base or any of that
Asshole.
stuff. So no remorse about any of that. So did we watch anything good this week?
We didn't watch Star Trek yet.
I said good. Oh shit!
If you don't want to watch it, I'll watch it myself.
No,
Just like I watch most good shows. I watch myself because you're too stupid to watch it. And you're too busy like death scrolling through like bullshit on Amazon.
like
It's
to
like
yeah.
of all the streaming services, what does he death scroll through? Amazon.
It has the worst shit. It has
Amazon
the absolute worst stuff.
Prime.
Yeah, it's garbage. I love it.
It's like there's everything in the universe on Netflix, on Disney Plus. I got the Apple Plus, and he hadn't even watched Ted Lasso yet.
I tried to. It was too nice. I didn't get it. I didn't get it. It wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. I did watch. I think
You
I watched
should
like.
watch Ted Lasso.
I think
You
I
could
watched
use
like
some
2 or
niceness.
3 episodes of it, and it just didn't click with me.
You did not. I doubt your commitment to Sparkle Motion. I doubt that.
You're probably right. I probably watched like one
You
and a
probably
half.
watched like 5 minutes.
No, I'm sure I watched one full episode. At
I don't
least.
believe that.
I believe I watched one full.
I don't
episode
believe
at
that.
least. I believe.
What sport is even in the game?
Soccer.
In the show? Okay, what do they
Soccer.
call
Or
it?
as they call it, football.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
Yeah, what do they call a football? Football field that they play on? It's a pitch. I learned that from the show.
You could have learned that from Tim.
I might have. He was raging about somebody celebrating on his pitch the other day. He was like,
That's how
It was
how
really-
you know that.
I'm really tired of watching other teams celebrate on our pitch.
That's where you picked up that word, so don't even try it.
Don't
even try
it. It was
Yeah.
important enough for him to be mad about, so that was why I had to learn it, I guess.
Yeah. But we're up to date on Hawkeye,
That's a good show. It's fun.
which whose watch is it? Whose Rolex is it?
Yeah,
That's-
I thought he was going to have to get it from Christopher Walken, and there's going to be a whole story behind it.
What?
Pulp Fiction. You don't remember the watch?
I don't like Pulp Fiction, so I've only watched it like one time or something. I
Okay.
don't like it.
Somebody hit a watch for a long period of time.
Yeah. But so yeah, Hawkeye's good. It's like whose watch is it? And then like, is Kate's aunt anybody important?
Probably.
You know?
Because
it's like she's just hanging out in this person's apartment. It's
Well,
kinda
she
like,
seems to be a pretty quick study. When they were doing the flick, was it beer caps or quarters or nickel? They were flipping coins.
Mhm.
She picked that up pretty goddamn quick. I mean, it was like 3 or 4 tries, and she was bullseyeing shit. So
She's good.
it'll be interesting to see if like they don't go mutant with these guys. I mean, if they don't start, threading in some X universe stuff there. I don't know her history in the comic books. I'm not familiar with that character because
I don't think she's a
an old
mutant. I
codger
think
and
she's
stuff like
just
that.
skilled. I think she just has skills.
Well, usually that's not how that works, though. In the comic books, they'll be like,
Well, Hawkeye didn't have any powers or anything. He's just shoots.
I think that they've explained that it kind of is a power.
Huh. I don't know. I thought I saw something somewhere that they're saying that the thing that happened in Eternals with the Celestial thing that got stopped.
That's going to have a lasting effect
that-
when
that-
they've got a half a celestial sticking out of our planet now.
that somehow
Spoiler warning.
that whole thing is how they could be bringing the mutants. That somehow that leads to something. That leads to mutants. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe.
but I mean, the mutants are always the thing with the mutants is they've always been there. they're just kind of like they're the lower levels of stuff. There's a series of books. George R. R. Martin did like this group written bunch of books called Wild Cards back in the day, which were a fucking blast. They're really cool superhero. Like they were really some of the most original, some of the original, like adult comic style things out there, and he had a bunch of really great writers and stuff like that. And they were really cool. But they had aces, which were like your Supermans, your Wonder Womans, and then you had jokers, and deuces. Deuces were people that had like dumb superpowers. They have the power of milk. Like literally, he could control milk. That would literally be their stupid power or something like that. And then you had jokers,
He
which
like makes people's baking go bad and their cooking go bad.
dumb
by
stuff.
controlling
Literally,
milk.
there would be a guy that could control proteins and make them turn into other different proteins or shit like that. Just weird shit like that. It was all over the map. And then they had jokers, which were basically like they got turned into monsters. Whenever when the event that turned some people into superheroes, some people some people got turned into like straight monsters, like an alligator man or a muck man or anything like that. Pretty wild, cool thing. So hey, if you're looking for something to read, go out and read Wild Cards by George R.R. Martin and some of the other really good writers of the day. Really fun stuff. They've been talking about making a show out of that. It's been in development hell for like ages. When Game of Thrones came out, they bought up everything that he was tangential to. But
Did
I think
he ever finish that last book?
no, he has not. And he shows no signs of setting down to do that.
Wow.
No.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. I think he probably reached the fuck it point. And I mean, he's not a young man and he's never been a super healthy man. I mean, I know the guy's been in a goddamn wheelchair and he's big boy. He's a big ass boy. I don't know. I don't see him ever putting that out.
I don't think we watched anything else because the kid's been playing Zelda on the big TV.
Yeah, it's been hogging the TV set.
And then you're too busy death scrolling Amazon Prime
and reading Dune books again. That's all I've been doing. And you see me, you walk by, I'm just sitting there on my Kindle reading my Dune books again. I'm on God Emperor again, which is like my Bible. So I'm just loving that. I just like. It's so full. I have it's full of highlights. There's like highlights and all those. It's been interesting read through this time to see lines that were lifted from later books and put in the Dune movie by Denis. Iconic Wave 2, Mandalorian Series 2, something tonight. Tonight. That's what Skitty's saying. Well, it may be his night. I don't know what time it is for Skittypedia.
Yeah, I don't know what time zone he is.
Oh gosh, Sasha's dad, can you please not look at my leaf anymore? Can we talk about my obsession with Leaf draft packs? No, let's not, please. They're so fucking fun to open those packs. They're so fucking... It's like every time you open a pack, there's like a number 1 in there or a 1 of 1. It's a fucking blast. No, I can't stop opening those packs. They're fun as hell. I have a zillion of those. I think I have more of those goddamn NFTs than anything in my stack right now. It's stupid. I buy them. I sell enough out of the pack. I buy like 2 packs. I sell enough out of those 2 packs or whatever I've bought before to buy a couple more packs, and I just go and buy a couple more packs because there's still a bunch of Trevor Lawrence 1 of 1s, Fires and Ices are still out there. Mac Jones 1 of 1s are still out there. There's some big name guys in 1 of 1s. So yeah, I do. I can't stop chasing those, Sasha's dad. Keep watching. Watch that space. I think I'm close to 1,000 of those stupid things right now. I love them. It's a great thing. It's a fun product. Really great to open. Well, I guess that's it. I think we wasted a perfectly good hour of your time. Folks, we thank you so much for tuning in. We will, I don't know if we're not going to be here next week. Not Saturday, because we're going to Disney, aren't we?
We could be.
Isn't that next week?
We could be.
Pretty sure. But we might see.
If the weather's good. It was going to be hot down there this week. So I was like, ugh.
Yeah, I saw the reservation.
Yeah, if I want to be 86 degrees, I'm going to be here 86 degrees.
In the house, not
in the
86.
house. We've done.
Let it be 86 degrees outside, and we'll be
I
inside
need
watching college football.
We need a nice, cool trip.
Well, hopefully it's nice. And if it is, we won't be here. But we are keeping it weekly. we're still going to be talking about these dumb card apps. There's new apps coming all the time. There's a lot of stuff happening in the blockchain that's moving into the apps like Vive and things like that, that's making it easy, almost accidental for people to get into blockchain
We'll
stuff.
have to pop up at some point next weekend to talk about Spider-Man.
For sure. Yeah. Well, hopefully it's worth talking about. I think it will be. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to seeing all those spider people and different multiverses and what's going on.
It's madness.
It's a man, and then the man thing comes walking out and says, "Hi, I'm the man thing," and then steps back out. Just that's all I need. Or just at the end, there's this highway. There's a dark highway, and you see a car go by, and you follow the headlights onto the black top of the road, and now it's on the road, and you see the red taillights going on, and you follow the road, and you're following the road, and you stop, come to a stop right by some trees, and you pan to the right, and there's the man thing standing right there. Ain't doing shit. He's just standing there. That's it. That's the end. And then Nick Fury comes out and he says, "Man thing, I need to tell you some stuff." What does he say, Crystal?
What does he say?
What does Nick Fury say to the man thing then?
The fuck are you?
I'm handing it off to you.
No, that's what he's gonna say. What the fuck are you?
Okay, what the fuck are you?
That is what he would say.
And then man thing just kind of looks at him and turns and walks away. And that's it. End scene. Boom. Thanks for joining us, folks. See you next. Never. No, we'll see you soon. Bye.
Don't freak people out. Don't do that. Don't freak out the people.
You'll see us soon. I swear to God.
I'm not going anywhere.
I'm not
Don't
going
listen
anywhere.
to his nonsense.
I'm not going anywhere.
Ignore his nonsense. That's what I do.
Look.
That's why I'm still here. I just ignore his nonsense.
I'm just going out for a pack of smokes. I'll be right back. That's what my dad said. That's what my dad said.
We are Legion.
We are all.
We are one.
We are
Watching.